All right, our first question today is from Andrew. He says, I don't have a lot of spare cash to invest in getting traffic for my up and coming business. I would be lucky to have about $150 spare per week, and that doesn't buy you many ads these days. So, how does a person get to market their business? Or how does a person get their business to market without spending $20,000 a month on ads? And the second part of the question is, why do all the people who have become successful not teach these ways? They all seem to I'm sorry, all they seem to focus on is paid traffic. I'm happy to invest, but I need my business to have clients before I can invest large amounts of cash in paid traffic.
Well, this is a really good question. I want to say this right now, and I know you were using some hyperbole there, but Jocelyn and I have never spent $20,000 on ads. Like, that's not what we've done, and we're very open with how we built our business. We tell everyone that there's only two ways to grow a business. You can roll up your sleeves, or you can open your wallet. And you know, to say you only have 150 bucks, I'm sure that's true. This, that, and the other. But when we go back and talk about how we grew our online business, well, we sold everything we owned to invest in our business. We sold our house. We sold every possession that wasn't nailed down. We thought about renting out our kids on the weekend. I mean, we did everything possible to find money, and that included letting go of some things that we didn't want to let go of. I always tell this story of we needed $100 to pay for something early in our business. And I had this book by an author. It was my favorite author, my favorite series of books. I had went to meet him and got his autograph, and he was dead. So there was literally no way to replace this item in my possession. And I sold that on eBay for $100 so I could buy ads, so I could buy hosting, so I could buy something that month for our online business. So you don't have to invest things, but the reason why a lot of gurus won't talk about the other part is because it's not as sexy. It's not as awesome. It's not as, oh, if you just wave your magic wand and buy some ads, everything will work out. Look how I do it. But what you don't see is the dozens and dozens of sleepless nights and hours of hard work and the commitment and the dedication for 2 straight years to create content and create enough content to start getting noticed prolifically and consistently. And those are just not as fun, sexy topics. They don't sell as many courses. And that's why a lot of people don't talk about that stuff. But it takes mountains of hard work if you don't have any money to promote your business. You're going to have to go out and create a blog post every single day for the next year. Someone's going to notice your business. You're going to show up in some search results. Go meet people at live events. Maybe that's the best use of your money, is to save up and go to a live event so you can network with people. Okay. Maybe you go to something in your space. You don't have to come to our event, but you're going to have to,
But you should.
but you should, but you're going to have to go out and put the work in and put the effort in. If you don't have money, then all you've got is time, which means to get more time, you have to sacrifice other things in your life. You don't get to have fun for the first year or two of your business. You don't get to go out with your friends. You don't get to spend time with your family. You don't get to do those things. In the first 13 months of our business, Jocelyn and I removed ourselves from so many social circles, even like at church, with our family, with our friends, that people were asking us, like, what is going on? Why won't you hang out with us? Why won't you talk to us? And it's because we didn't have money. We had to why are you selling everything? Why are you having a yard sale every week? Why is everything you own on Facebook or on eBay? Why are you selling your house? Does this make no sense? Are you guys in financial trouble? Why won't you hang out with me anymore? Like, those are the things you have to do in the first year or two of your business to even have a chance. And here's another myth that I'd love to address right now. Guys, just because you work hard does not mean you will make it. You can say, well, I put in all the work and I put in all the effort and I just didn't make it. That can happen. You have to take risks to get your to get to market, to get your business out there. You've got to sacrifice to get your stuff out there. You've got to put in more time than you're putting in now. Everybody, I don't care if you think you're putting in all the time you can. There's somewhere else where there's another hour. And if you don't have the money to buy ads to make it grow faster, to get that first customer or two, then you're going to have to do something more drastic that may be more uncomfortable than spending a few dollars.
And I just wanted to say, as far as like other people promoting ads, that is the sexy sell. That's the easy button. People don't want to hear about the hard work. They don't want to hear about sacrifices that you have to give up in order to get what you want. They want to hear, oh, here's this magic formula, and in 3 easy steps, I made millions of dollars. Well, there's a lot
That's
more
not true.
behind that, like part of it's probably true,
Yeah.
but then there's a lot of things that they leave out in the middle. So, that's what we try to not do. We want to let you guys know that yes, it's amazing, but there's also a lot of hard work involved to get there.
Yeah, and like it's always you see the result, like you can see where people end up, but you don't see kind of how they got there. And like also too in our, we do 4 podcasts a week, we do YouTube videos, we do these Q&A calls, we're in the forums. Like no matter how much we tell you what we've done, we can still only show you the best practices and the best possible things and highlight the big picture stuff. But you still don't see the, hey, I stayed up for 4 hours creating that first product when I had work the next day. You don't see, man, I didn't have a TV anymore because we sold every TV in our house but one. Our kids, when we were growing this business, this is no lie, in our living room, they used, remember those old 13-inch TVs that had a VCR like tape deck in it? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like it was like those little, they looked like little boxes, and that's like a little kid's
I
TV.
had it in my dorm room.
She had, yeah, Jocelyn had a TV in her dorm room.
So this tells you how long ago
Yeah,
it was.
and like so we in our living room, our main living room in our house, in our entertainment center, we know with the big box, we had this little 13-inch TV, and that's what our kids watched. And they were watching VCR tapes that we checked out at the library for the first year or two of growing our business, because we got rid of everything else and we weren't going to go buy expensive things because we needed that money and we needed to invest in our business. So it's funny, like people see now, like Isaac had a little boy stay all night with us this weekend, and we have a 72-inch TV in our living room now, and he was like, that's the biggest TV I've ever seen. Me remember, but you didn't see the 13-inch TV with the VCR tape deck that we watched for 2 years while we built the business, right? So that's why people don't show that, because what looks better in my Facebook feed, when I show the 72-inch TV or when I show the 13-inch TV? But you can go back and look at our podcast, and we've got pictures of the 13-inch TV, and we've got pictures of the
Our
Nissan
duct tape car.
that had duct tape holding the bumper on because we didn't want to buy a car because we needed more money, right? And it's maybe our business doesn't grow as fast because of it, but we're just trying to keep it real. So the moral of the story is this: rich people, successful people, and wealthy people don't say, I can't afford something. They say, how can I afford it? Rich people, successful people, and wealthy people never say, I don't have time to do something. They say, what can I give up so that I can find time to do something? And I'm not going to give you any magic push button solutions here besides roll up your sleeves, sell stuff, and open your wallet and figure out how you can make the time and how you can afford it in your life, even if that means giving up a whole lot of stuff in the short term, because we did it. And I never feel bad about telling someone that, because we put in the work, we put in the time, and it paid off. And you've got to do the same thing. Okay.
Yeah, and I just want to say, we're not picking on Andrew here. Like, this is a mindset thing for a lot of people. They say, well, this person is telling me this, and another person is telling me this, and I don't know what to believe. So, well, I guess I just won't work on this anymore.
But the moral of the story is there comes a point where people hear all these things in all these ways, and they see all these things, and it's uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable to think, I've only got $150. Man, if I go out and find 200, that's going to really stretch me. Or, man, I'm spending an hour a day on this and I just don't know if I've got time to do it. Well, if I sleep 6 hours instead of 8, that's going to suck for the next year. But you know what? That's just the truth, guys. That's just what it takes. It takes sacrifice, it takes risk, and it takes a lot of hard work. And that never goes away. But if you want what's on the other side of that, you got to find a way to make it happen.
And you do, or you wouldn't be here. So find a way to make it work.
Find a way to make it work. Find a way. No
All
magic
right.
formulas here. Just roll up your sleeves. Okay.